Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News, live from the State Fair. I'm Jackson Berry.
And I'm Aaliyah Bordeaux. And like Jackson mentioned, we are here at the State Fair of Texas, taking in all the sights, sounds, and smells of the State Fair, and we are so excited to be here.
Yes, this is my favorite show of the year because we're bringing all the excitement from the State Fair straight to you. From the birthing barn to the slingshot, we have coverage of the most iconic and newest State Fair of Texas events. Our live reporter Mauricio Ortiz Segura is live right now under the big guy. Mauricio, what's it look like over there?
Hey y'all, it's looking pretty crowded around here, right under the shadow. The State Fair of Texas, indeed. It's pretty crowded down here under the shadow of the famous Big Tex, and I brought with me some fun facts about him here at the State Fair and the State Fair itself. Did you know that the fair has been rocking for 137 years, making it the longest running fair across the nation? And did you know that with dozens of events taking place every day, there's a ton to do and see, and including the big man behind me here? You know, he's been watching over this fair since 1952. 1952, can you believe that? Now, before he made his appearance as Big Tex, he actually rolled around the state of Texas as Santa Claus. This was to lighten tensions in Texas after the devastating effects of World War II a few years later. And after a few years, Big Tex received a nose job, a new pair of boots, and you know, he was ready to hit the State Fair of Texas fairgrounds. So now, since then, he is still standing as a representation of Texas joy and resilience, as he did over 50 years ago. And as you can tell, he is very loud and very booming here to welcome you here to the State Fair of Texas. That's all from me and Big Tex. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Mauricio. Not too far from where we are is the State Fair's Midway, where you can find rides to make you scream your head off. ntTV's Assistant News Director, Brooke Deering, has all you need to know about the Super Midway operations.
The State Fair Midway has geared up to strap you in and launch you into thrills as big as Texas itself. Home to more than 140 rides or games, Midway has been preparing its return for every adrenaline junkie in town.
We actually take over the grounds on August 1st, and we start setting up all these things that you see out. We actually put them out there, so we put them on wheels and actually roll them, and then some of them we put together.
If you make your way behind Big Tex just past the Cotton Bowl Plaza, the State Fair Midway features fan-favorite rides from the 212-foot State Fair Ferris wheel to the towering 500-foot Top of Texas Tower.
State Fair of Texas has an independent midway, and what that means is I don't book a carnival to come in, but I actually go out and hand-pick rides from around the United States. We inspect everything as it comes in on the trucks, before it even gets here, and then as it's being set up, and we inspect every day.
All you'll have to do is buy the required tickets from one of the coupon booths and hop on a ride that will leave you saying,
I almost lost my mind.
It's like an out-of-body experience, kind of.
Oh, this is real, you know?
I didn't know it went backwards and forward.
I'm proud of myself for doing something very scary.
It was worth the wait, though.
But there was one thing that Rusty said that stuck with me.
If I'm tired in the morning, I don't drink coffee, but if I need that boost of energy, I get on the slingshot. Now, I'll go from 0 to 80 miles in 1.2 seconds. That gives you that shot of adrenaline, and you're awake for the rest of the day.
So, you know what I had to do. And make the ntTV News Director ride with me.
Avery, hold on. Hold it, be great. Hold it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right now. We're on the plane. Thank you, TV News. I'm Brooke Deering reporting from the State Fair of Texas. Back to you at the desk.
Gosh, the slingshot looks like so much fun. Jackson, do you ever see yourself going on a ride like that?
Absolutely not. I cannot do heights. It makes me sick. Brooke is so brave for doing that. But there are some other less terrifying options for fairgoers like myself to enjoy.
Yeah, you're so right. And let's take it over to Aaron Sharp at the Creative Arts Building to see what else is in store. Aaron?
Thanks, guys. The Soap Bubble Circus is happening behind me right now in the Creative Arts Building, and the bubbles aren't the only things popping off in there. The Creative Arts Building has loads of different competitions and art exhibits that you, yes you, can register your masterpiece to be shown to the millions of people that visit the Texas State Fair. There is everything from glue issue to the Great Pumpkin Challenge. If arts and crafts isn't your style, I'm sure the cooking contest will get your attention. Amateur cooks from all around the state compete to bring home the coveted blue ribbon and maybe bring home some bragging rights too. These events always end up with some of the best culinary concoctions you have ever tasted. And hey, if you wanted to get the kiddos involved too, the Creative Arts Building has kids versions of every single one of these arts and crafts competitions, so the entire family can have loads of fun. Now, if you guys will excuse me, I'm gonna get in there and start popping some bubbles. So it's back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Aaron. Aaliyah, it's beginning to feel a lot more like State Fair and a lot less like Texas. Aaliyah, were you surprised when you walked outside your front door this morning?
Surprised? I was confused. How can yesterday be a part of the same week as today?
That's what I was wondering, but hey, I'm not complaining. Let's kick it over to our weather anchor, Grace Esquivel, to see what's going on with the cold front. Grace?
Thanks, Jackson. Thanks, Aaliyah. It is a beautiful sunny day here at the State Fair of Texas. Now, it was a little cold this morning, but it has heated up slightly throughout the day, making it a perfect day to come to the fair. Currently it is 68 degrees with wind speeds at 7 miles per hour, but tonight it will cool down slightly, getting down to 57 and feeling like 55 with wind speeds at 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow it is going to heat up slightly, getting up to 73, but it will only feel like 70 because of a nice cool breeze at 10 miles per hour. That's all I have for First Look. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Grace. The Leon Hart Lagoon has found itself home to some prehistoric visitors. Dino Time with Professor T-Rex features multiple fan favorite dinosaurs that kids are sure to love. And as you can see, this show means serious business with dinosaurs large and small, ready to stomp the stage. Now, this is the very first year of Dino Time's debut after the dinosaur exhibit was introduced last year. To increase traffic, the State Fair of Texas worked with LTDM Entertainment to produce the amazing show you see today. And their goal is to educate and entertain future paleontologists, and the turnout did not disappoint.
And so we bring real life dinosaurs through the time portal so that everybody can interact and get an up close and personal view of these dinosaurs. So this is Trixie. She is our baby T-Rex. And this little guy is so fresh out of the egg that he doesn't have a name yet, but this is a baby Parasaurolophus. I love the audience reactions. Like you see them seeing the dinosaurs for the very first time, and that is something you cannot replicate. So I love the audience responses.
Coming up next, we have the latest on the new State Fair of Texas regulations.
And are you looking to save a buck on your next trip to the State Fair? Well, we've got some deals when you come back.
Look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
The State Fair of Texas is enhancing its security measures after a non-fatal shooting last year. Visitors will notice some changes, such as advanced detection system at the gates to screen for weapons. The Dallas police are increasing their presence with more officers on duty, including undercover officers patrolling the fairgrounds to watch for any suspicious activity. The goal is to ensure that everyone can enjoy their fair safely and with peace of mind.
Just like these security updates, we also are seeing changes in our city transit. Getting to the State Fair has always been a bit of a hassle, but this year you'll have a wider range of options. ntTV's Lillian Kosh took a look at a brand new mode of transportation that will go from Denton straight to the State Fair of Texas.
The Dallas-Fort Worth area is connected by multiple railways that can get you from city to city without having to hit the highway. The DCTA A train connects to the DART Green Line and leads straight to Fair Park, giving people of Denton an alternate route to the Texas State Fair.
We didn't really know what the parking situation was going to be like at the fair or how long it would take, if we'd be able to find spots, like if it was going to be expensive or not. And we knew that like getting to the train station would be easy and it was going to be like a fast and reliable way for us to get there.
When planning your next trip, GoPass can help you find a train stop closest to your location, and with a simple search of your destination, help you find a route that best fits your schedule.
Super easy. I just did it on my phone. It took like 1 second. Did it on the car ride over here.
So whether you're going for a corn dog or concert, you can have peace of mind knowing you don't have to battle State Fair traffic to get there.
The DART train may bring you to the State Fair, but when you get here, there's a different kind of transportation that you absolutely have to check out. The auto show has tons of the coolest cars on the market and even some cars that aren't even on the streets yet.
When people think about the State Fair, they normally think about the food, and lots of it. But I think of the horsepower, real horsepower. The State Fair is holding their Texas Auto Show, where you can go and see all kinds of the newest makes and models.
The neat thing about the State Fair and the car show is that you get to check out cars that aren't even on the market yet. Right now I'm sitting in a brand new Nissan Armada, hasn't been seen in the US, only in pictures, and I gotta say, it's a pretty nice ride. And Nissan isn't the only brand you can do this with. Every single brand here at the car show has a new car that you can check out.
The auto show has all sorts of vehicles, sports cars, trucks, cars with baseballs on them, and even cars in the sky.
The car show has a lot to offer. There's a lot of new models here, a lot of stuff that you're not going to see in your day-to-day, and you can actually, get in them, feel them, and experience whatever you want to see.
Even if you aren't a big car nerd, rest assured there are still a bunch of games you can play to pass the time. ntTV News, I'm Jackson Barry.
I loved sitting in those new cars, and I may have been pretending and closing my eyes that I owned them. And don't be surprised if I'm back over there after the show. If you see me, don't bother me.
All right, Jackson, how are you holding up? Is it time to break out the gloves and the jacket yet?
Yeah, just about. But the heart of Texas is keeping me warm. And I'm curious to see if our weather anchor, Grace Escobel, has more on the trajectory of the cold front. Grace, what's going on?
Thanks guys, us here at the State Fair are not the only ones enjoying this nice cool fall weather. As we look across our North Texas map, we can see that McKinney, Dallas, Sherman, Sulphur Springs, and Gainesville are all sitting at 67 degrees. Graham and Fort Worth are at 67, and Bowie is our coldest at 64. Now for our current conditions across the region. Down south in Austin and Houston is a nice 70 degrees. Over in El Paso, it is 75. Up in Oklahoma City, it's 64, and the coldest temperature on our map is Shreveport at 62 degrees. Now for our 7-day forecast, it is going to continue to heat up throughout the week, with tomorrow being our coldest temperature at 73. This weekend, it's going to be 80 and 81 respectively on Saturday and Sunday, and Monday will be our last sunny day at 84 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday are both going to be partly cloudy, but our warmest temperatures at 89 and 85, and our lows are also going to heat up, with Monday and Tuesday being the warmest at 63. That's all I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Everybody knows that the State Fair can be a little bit harsh on your wallet, but it doesn't have to be that way. I've got some deals for you that will help keep you and your wallet happy. Up first, today is the last day to participate in the Feed the Need Wednesdays. If you bring just 5 cans of food, you can enter the park for only $5. So if you haven't made it here yet, there's still time to grab some cans. Up next, you can buy discounted fair tickets from any Kroger, and any tickets bought at Kroger are $3 off the original price. Lastly, discounted coupons can be found at participating McDonald's, and with those coupons, you can save $5 on any day. There's only a few days left until we wrap up the state fair, so if you haven't came because you're scared off by the prices, keep a lookout for these deals. My name is Edison Stewart, this is ntTV, now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Edison. Coming up, we'll be checking out UNT's very own jazz band performances on the Bud Light stage.
All right. Thanks, Edison. Apart from food and fun, you can get a lot of shopping done at the State Fair. The fairgrounds welcome 20 brand new vendors, from small and local vendors to the biggest names in boots, hats, and jewelry. You can buy them a little something here. Wapa Handmade is a vendor that's going on its second year at the State Fair of Texas. The owner, Rosanna Gomez, was from Colombia, and she comes with a story. Every single one of her items is handmade from women in Colombia. The business supports over 5 different communities. Today, she brings her hard work to the State Fair of Texas for another year.
I can tell you right now, what you see is what we have left. We are making very good sales here. We are almost like sold out. So that's something that is very amazing for us. And also, I think it's because people, they really connect with the story behind of the business. There are some people that they really appreciate the handmade work, and they also want to help and support people over there in Colombia. So that's probably the big deal for the clients over here. They want to support, and that's amazing. That feels very good.
We'll be checking out UNT's very own jazz band performances on the Bud Light stage.
And we've got to look at some animals to find the spotlight here at the State Fair of Texas. We'll be right back.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
All right, the State Fair has boasted quite a stacked set list for its concerts, with some familiar faces popping up.
And our very own Mean Green YouTubes are finding some representation here at the State Fair. ntTV's live shot reporter Chris Goodwin has more. Chris?
Thanks to you too. The State Fair of Texas has always been a great place to come and watch some music with artists big, small, and more importantly, local. This includes UNT's very own YouTubes, who are preparing to show their Mean Green spirit on the stage right behind me. The jazz ensemble will be playing at the Bud Light stage for the last time today at 7:30 p.m. But if you've missed them at the fair, they may have another performance at UNT Syndicate and Store. But that's all from me. But as important music is to the State Fair, livestock and agriculture has always held its own spotlights. Our segment anchor, Grace Grimes, has a special look into what it takes to raise livestock. Grace, tell us what you found.
Thanks, Chris. I had the opportunity to take a closer look at an animal exhibit you might want to stop by. If you love animals just as much as I do, I think you should totally take the opportunity to come see it.
Right now I'm at the State Fair of Texas birthing barn, and as you can see, there are a lot of people who want to come see the baby animals. And behind me there is a baby calf that was born only 4 days ago on October 5th.
Due to agriculture and education being the foundation of the State Fair of Texas, the birthing barn highlights the importance of livestock in our everyday lives.
This is an exhibit of animals having babies. Sheep, goats, cattle, pigs. We want people, it's an educational exhibit. We want people to see where some of their food comes from. We want to teach people some basic animal husbandry knowledge and taking care of livestock.
People from all over Texas and the United States that may not have a background knowledge of agriculture come visit the birthing barn to enjoy this fun learning experience.
It is the only reason I come to the state fair, is to come to this barn. So just ever since I came from Houston, and they didn't really have a state fair there. And so I don't know why. This was just like the first place that attracted me here. And I just think it's cool that they have this for people to be able to see, because most people in cities don't get to experience this type of thing. So I just think it's really special, and honestly, I could stay here all day and not do anything else at the fair.
After spending some time at the birthing barn, I got curious about how many animals are actually featured in this exhibit.
Right now in this exhibit at the State Fair of Texas, the birthing barn has 60 beating hearts to keep track of.
With that being said, since there are so many animals to choose from, I had to ask one of the birthing barn's biggest fans what her favorite animal was.
The chick.
The chick?
Yeah.
Why is the chick your favorite animal?
Because they're so cute.
I have to agree with Elizabeth that the chicks have always been my favorite animal to come see at the fair.
The birthing barn is located on Nimitz and MLK and is open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's all I have for you. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Grace. While these animals might be natural homebodies, some were simply born to shine. The All-Star Stunt Dog Show has returned to the fair once again, and these talented dogs are the stars of the show. They're going 25 years strong and have a mission for responsible pet ownership and rescue. As you audience of all ages are loving every trick these dogs have up their sleeves, from jumps to dives. The show has performed nationwide, including film, television, NFL performances, and UNT's own halftime shows. Every dog featured has been rescued from shelters, making their performance even more heartwarming. You can catch the show daily until the end of the State Fair at 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 6 p.m.
Much all the love and support. We did not realize how popular we were until this year, and we've had so many people come up and say that they've been watching our show for 7 years. They know our old venue, and they've showed us pictures of dogs, and some dogs that have passed now, because that is the hardest part of our job. We have to watch the dogs get older. But becoming a tradition for families here at the State Fair, and knowing what a positive impact we're making on our lives, that means a lot to us. We love it.
You know, seeing all those dogs running around has really got me excited for sports.
Me too. The Star season just started. The Mavs season will start soon. And I know our sports anchor, Annie Tomlin, can update us. Annie?
That's right, guys. The Stars are ramping up, the Mavs are getting ready, and we've got to talk about that phenomenal Red River rivalry game. Stay with us.
My bike is gone.
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Right behind us is the historic Cotton Bowl Stadium, where the Texas Longhorns face off against the Oklahoma Sooners kicked off this past Saturday. And it was uneventful. The Longhorns started off slow, but eventually bruised their way to a 34-3 win over the Sooners. But things were a little more exciting down in Florida in Boca Raton as the UNT Mean Green took on the FAU Owls. The Mean Green mounted a comeback down from 27-17, starting things off with a touchdown from Chandler Morris to DT Sheffield. Then a big run from Shane Porter to get the Mean Green in scoring position resulted in another connection from Morris to Sheffield, and a Mean Green interception sealed a huge rally to win this one 41-37. UNT football started their season off strong, and so did the Dallas Stars. They got off to a 3-0 start, but were looking to make that 4 last night as they took on the San Jose Sharks. The first period came and went, but the Sharks opened up in the second with a snapshot goal from Tyler Toffoli. The Stars were quick to respond with a tip-in goal from Matt Duchene and Mason Marchment. From there, both teams scored an additional goal exactly 2 minutes apart, and they remained tied at 2 through both the third period and overtime. Jason Robertson started with a shootout with a wrist goal, and Matt Duchene followed suit. With 1 miss and 1 goal from San Jose, everything was left up to Wyatt Johnson, who of course made the goal to give Dallas a 3-2 shootout victory and improve their record to 4-0. The Dallas Mavericks are also kicking things off strong and gearing up for what might even be better than last season. Although they're 0-3 this preseason, the rookies and new additions are putting on all-star performances. Quentin Grimes knocked it out of the park, scoring 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. 3 of the starting 5 scored double digits, and they really showed their improved defense, combining for 3 steals and 2 blocks. The only underperforming Maverick was Klay Thompson, who went 0 for 6 from 3 and 0 for 9 in overall shooting. Mavs fans hope Thompson can improve before the regular season begins, and his last opportunity is tomorrow night against the Milwaukee Bucks in their final preseason game. That's all I have here for sports tonight. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Annie. And Aaliyah, I've been wanting to ask you the question, what is your favorite thing to do at the State Fair when you're here?
My favorite thing to do at the State Fair, other than just walk around and see literally everything, is probably the food. Last time I came here, I ate at almost every booth, and it was absolutely amazing. What about you?
Well, I'm a little bit partial to the State Fair Auto Show because I went there and it was cool. But I got to say, like you said, the food is the core of this. So I mean, you got to try the food. I had a pickle earlier that had sugar all over it and cotton candy. It was crazy. But yeah. All right. That's going to end it off. Thank you guys so much for watching ntTV Nightly News.
All right. Thank you so much. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. and at noon. I'm Aaliyah Bordeaux.